Hello world, Hambone here, bringing you some more Ghost Recon Wildlands news. When we last spoke, we told you that the supposed date leaked by GameStop to IGN Italy was false, and unfortunately, the date listed on the PlayStation Store is also not accurate. It's simply a placeholder put there by Sony, and we did confirm this with Ubisoft, so we still don't know the exact launch date. But even though we don't know the exact date, we do finally have a new trailer to be hyped about, which is what you're seeing on screen now, so let's talk about it. The new trailer gives us further insight into the world of Wildlands. We see a lot of things, but for the sake of time, I'll just highlight some of the cooler ones I've been wondering about. First off, we get a quick glance of a train, which excites me because I'm thinking Jesse James style takeovers and some sweet potential for sabotage. We also do see variable weather like fog, rain, and snow, which makes me hope that the weather will be dynamic and linked to something like the Weather Channel, like some of the old Madden games used to be. Being able to have it rain when it's actually raining in Bolivia would be pretty sweet. Moving forward, we see one of the many villages that will serve as our battleground in the trailer, as well as some of the village life. It was talked about early on by the dev team how alive these villages would feel, so it's cool to see kids playing soccer and some locals having a drink and hanging out in the background. We see a ton of vehicles throughout the trailer, and of course, just like the last one, we see a guy being able to shoot from the passenger seat. That's a real selling point that they're trying to push, and I'm all on board for that. You should know by now that helicopters are in this game, but in case you didn't, there are tons of helicopters in this game. But what you may not have known is that you can actually pilot one of those helicopters and abandon the thing mid-flight to parachute stealthily into an area undetected. That's just redonkulous, and I can't wait to experience it. Also, watching the trailer, you get a rough idea as to how big this game will be. When we see the drone take off to scout out the area, you see buildings as far as the eye can see, and that's just one area of the many in this game. We also have the salt flats and the forests and everything else, so this game is going to be huge. But let's not get off the vehicles so quickly, because we do see a ton of them. To name a few, we see dune buggies, motorcycles, trucks, jeeps, Hummers, boats, and of course, the LAV Striker. Quick FYI here for you, if you didn't know, LAV stands for Land Air Vehicle, and the Striker is the US military variant, which is designed with 8 wheels and classified as an armored fighting vehicle. These bad boys are light enough to be airlifted and transported all over the world, so it makes sense to see one in the game. There are many variations of these versatile vehicles, some even being equipped with a tank turret, but the one we see looks more like a scout version, so this thing should be freaking fast. I'm talking upwards of 60 miles per hour. But enough of me geeking out because we'll be here all day. Let's get back to the trailer. Moving on in the trailer, we do see a ton of weapons, so many in fact that we don't have time to name them all here, but let's talk for a quick second about the minigun that was protected behind armor plating on a swivel turret. That thing looks pretty badass, if I do say so myself. These guns are absolutely incredible. They put out an immense amount of bullets in a very short time. Try like 6,000 bullets per minute. So yeah, this weapon is nothing to be messed with. They're usually mounted on land, air, and sea vehicles, but they can also be carried by hand in some real Captain America type situations. What's interesting is that I've also seen these weapons inside of stuff like a Suburban, even on our presidential detail. Straight up, like the roof will open up and a little turret rises up from some part of the Suburban and there's a guy shooting a minigun. So yeah, these things can be put all over the place, and I'm excited to see how creatively Ghost Recon will use this amazing gun. But seriously guys, I could go on for hours about this kind of stuff because I'm a nerd and I love it, but I can't keep you here forever. So if you want to hear me nerd out a bit more in detail, don't forget to check out our podcast, Ghost Recon Radio, where we delve into detail about this game. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for the latest and most authentic information on Ghost Recon Wildlands. You can follow me on Twitter, the link will be in the description below. But until next time, I'm Hambone, and I'll see you when I see you.